What up, niggas? Yeah, see, I can do some magical shit in the studio too, Igor. Now, in this video, I'm gonna talk about some shit that happened in 2018. Quote unquote alien attack. I'm gonna talk about these clones, and among other things, I'm also gonna talk about this satanic cube, this Saturn shit. So let's begin.
Play along.
This shit I showed early in this video, this lady right here. Yeah. This is I just show images. This I got the images from this video right here. It's from YouTube channel. Oh, you know what? See, Weird Entertainment Network. And you see the video is called Reptilian Eyes Caught on Live TV. Yeah. If y'all ain't seen this shit, check it out. There wasn't no fucking shit that I just put up in her motherfucking eyeballs and shit. These motherfucking reptilians is real. That is right there. Busted, bitch. Now, look at this shit right here right quick. See that shit? Now, YouTube has been putting this shit up under our videos. Like I said in one of my previous videos, this is how they combating our truth now. But before I talk about that, let me go to this shit. I just wanted to point that out. I gotta give some quick shout outs. Let me see if I can find this shit with my blind eyeballs and shit. Okay. In case y'all don't know, this young brother right here is a member of the 144,000. Yeah. YouTube channel sharing the gifts. If y'all don't know about my brother, please check him out and subscribe to his channel. YouTube channel sharing the gifts. My nigga. And in case y'all don't know, I made a video. That video is called Heaven. And this brother right here, a member of the 144, he just happened to have a dream about a Black Panther. And in case y'all don't know, this is my nigga, Billy Hobbs. Yeah. Another member of the 144,000. I got something to tell y'all about some shit that went down. Some hardcore connection between me and my nigga Billy Hobbs. And I'm pretty sure, consciously anyway, he don't know about this shit. But this is just some amazing motherfucking shit. But I'm gonna talk about this nigga later. Now, let's get started. If I can see what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, let me go back to this motherfucker right quick. As I begin talking about this shit. Now, talking about YouTube, the Illuminati, putting this shit up under our videos now. We talk about these reptilians, for example. And they put this shit on here. And as you can see, it says, if I can read this shit with my blind motherfucking self, it says reptilian humanoids, or simply reptilians, are purported humanoids with the characteristics of reptiles that play a prominent role in fantasy, science fiction, ufology, and conspiracy theories. See, they think they slick. Now, the reason why I'm telling y'all this is because, okay, give me a second. Let me bring this motherfucker down and put my little shishnet up on here. Alrighty then. Now, the reason why I'm talking about that shit is because, see, this ain't just about the so-called powers that be. this is any of these motherfuckers who are wicked. They have gotten themselves in some deep, deep, deep shit with all their lies and all the things that they've done. And it's like I said about the Illuminati, you know, they love this attention and all this shit, but now they don't. Now they all scared. Now they afraid. It's like, why are they gonna sit here and say that this reptilian shit is fantasy? Why the fuck would they care? Because it ain't fantasy. See, they freaking the fuck out. The spotlight is so fucking bright on these motherfuckers now. I'm telling you, they freaking the fuck out like a motherfucker. And when it comes to old shit, because this is really why I'm talking about this shit, because this ain't about them just trying to pretend like this reptilian shit is some fantasy shit. Like I said, like, why the fuck would they care what we believe about these so-called fictitious reptilians? They doing this about anything that they trying to cover up. You got this situation with September 11th. Now, this was supposedly a long time ago, and you know how niggas don't like for you to bring up old shit. Over the last number of months, we've been talking about September 11th more and more. Why? One reason is because we know another September 11th event is coming. But the main reason why we talking about September 11th and bringing up old shit is because it's motherfucking Judgment Day. And these so-called elites, Illuminati, and the so-called average person who lost their soul, the things they've done in the past is come back to haunt their ass. The things they've done, they actually thought they was fooling us. They actually thought they deceived us. They actually thought they got away with what they've done. They actually thought they some smart motherfuckers and we some dumb motherfuckers, and they got away with all that shit. Nope. So their sins have come back to haunt their ass, and this is why we keep bringing up the motherfucking past. Because it's motherfucking Judgment Day, motherfuckers. Yep. And of course, what they've done in the past, they continue to do to this very day. They didn't stop. They didn't repent for their sins, of course. So now all the shit that they've done in the past is coming back to bite them on their motherfucking nasty ass, and they freaking the fuck out. It's like, okay, yeah, September 11th, that was 2001. Why are they so concerned about us talking about September 11th now in the year 2019? Because it's motherfucking Judgment Day. They thought they got away with all the shit they've done. Like I said, not just the elites, the so-called average person too. They freaking the fuck out because their sins of the past has come back to haunt their ass, and it's motherfucking Judgment Day. You know. Like motherfucking Smokey, Chris Tucker in the movie Friday. Why you bringing up old shit? Yeah. Because it's Judgment Day, motherfuckers. They thought they got away with all this shit. You know, you motherfuckers crucified Jesus. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? So, thought you got away with it, didn't you? Motherfucker. Now, as many of y'all know, I made a video called Black Aliens, the Anunnaki and the Chariots of the Gods. Check this out. This shit with the Anunnaki. In case y'all don't know, the Anunnaki is niggas. I'm gonna play this short part of this video. I want y'all to hear this shit. If y'all ain't seen the video or you seen it, I just wanna, if y'all did see it, I just wanna refresh y'all memory. Now, listen to this shit. Listen to this shit, niggas.
A number of things that I've heard from people in the Pentagon, that the buzzword in the secret of secrets in the Pentagon is the Sumerian gods are returning, and that's what they're referring to as that whole area Peter's.
Wow.
Can you repeat that again, just in case anybody missed it? The buzzword
in the Pentagon, in the military circles that are in the know about the cover-up here, they kind of, in whispered tones, talk about the return of the Sumerian gods. And they're talking about what we would call aliens or fallen angels returning into the Middle East, into Old Sumer area.
The Anunnaki.
Well, could be.
The Anunnaki. Alrighty then. Now, like I said, the Anunnaki is niggas. Now, we got all kinds of shit going on. You don't know who is who. You gotta use discernment with all this shit going on. But yeah, the Anunnaki is niggas. Now, speaking of bringing up some old shit, check this out. In case y'all haven't heard of this shit, this happened on July 20th, 2018. I don't know if y'all heard of this shit, and if y'all did, y'all probably forgot about this shit like I did. Shout out to YouTube channel Kalai Ma'at Amun Ra. You know how when you start watching somebody's videos, and then next thing you know, old shit start popping up in the search engine. So I ran across one of his older videos, and he was talking about this situation, and this is what reminded me. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about this shit. So listen to this shit. This is fucking amazing. This website I'm reading this from is, oh brother, Watchers.news. The Watchers. Okay. It says mystery sounds. Oh brother. Mystery surrounds Arctic Siberia as day turns to complete darkness for 3 hours. Russia. Okay. Now hold on. I'm putting my glasses on. Fuck it. Be fucking up all damn day, which I'm still gonna be fucking up. And especially when I start trying to pronounce these words. These motherfucking Russians and all that shit. Okay. Let me move this shit up. This was posted on July 24th, 2018. 11/11. Uh-oh. Look at that shit. Look at this shit. Now, let me read this part right here before I read the whole thing. It says, even though they should have 24-hour light at this time of year, the remote Ivino Batanske, whatever, Zygansky, and Verkhozynsky districts in Siberia, Russia, saw their day turned into a complete darkness for almost 3 hours on Friday, July 20th, 2018. Again, this particular area, the sun shines 24 hours a day during this time of the year. I don't think it's like 365 days a year, but yeah, like I said, this time of year, they get 24-hour light, 24-hour sunlight. But they had this particular day on July 20th. Look at this shit. Now, before I start reading this shit, I want y'all to see this shit. I'm not gonna play this shit. It's only 51 seconds, but you never know. Motherfucker, copyright. So I'm just gonna click on this shit. Now you see this image right here. I mean, look at this shit. And this is a place that at this time, they have sunlight 24 hours a day. Now look at that shit right there. Look at that shit. Now check this out. Like I said, this is the video that somebody recorded. I'm just gonna show the clips. Now, let me bring this up too, so y'all can see. I'm gonna have to, just for a few seconds, y'all ain't gonna be able to look at my pretty face. Alrighty then. Now, look at this shit. This is the place, Siberia, Russia, whatever the fuck they say, that has 24 hours of sunlight. And this motherfucker went dark for around 3 hours and shit. Look at this shit. Now, Watch this shit. Y'all see that shit? Say, well, I don't see nothing. Exactly. This whoever was recording this shit, they panned the camera, and this is how it looked in another direction. You can't see shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at that shit. I mean, what the fuck? In a place that's supposed to be lit up, whatever, sunlight, 24 hours. Look how dark that shit is. And this is when you pan back in the other direction and shit. Now, let me read a little bit of this shit. Because this is, like I said in my, that last video I made, this is some, funky shit. Okay, let me read a little bit of this right quick. The region was hit by bizarre darkness between 11:30 and 1400, I believe that's 2 o'clock, local time Friday, with Avino, Balatansky, whatever, and Zegansky first reporting the mysterious phenomenon. Reports received over the next couple of days also included the district of Verkhansky, making the territory affected by the mysterious darkness larger than Italy, the Siberian Times reports. Now, this is a resident who said, I couldn't see a thing without switching lights on. We took torches to walk outside. Listen to this. We took torches to walk outside, but no one wanted to be on the street because the feeling was as if something heavy in the air was pressing on your chest, said one resident. Yeah, boy, this is some hardcore shit. At first, it looked like it was a strong thunderstorm coming. One eyewitness said the air went dark and got darker and darker. But this time, unlike anything else we have seen before, the darkness had a rich yellow undertone. It was very unusual. That's another image of that motherfucker right there. Look at that shit. You know, supposed to have 24-hour sunlight and shit. This motherfucker went dark. I mean, shit. Red in one area, dark in the other. Clone and that motherfucker too. Talk about that shit later. I mean, shit. Now, let me continue to read. The main assumption initially was that smoke from raging wildfires in other districts had blotted out the sun. But officials have expressed doubts over this theory without explaining what caused the weird phenomenon. Some residents are even saying that a light flash was registered by the U.S. satellites, followed by an increase of radioactive level and unusual activity of the military. See, here we go. See, this is the kind of shit that's been going down. And the problem is, when this type of shit happens, of course they start lying and all this shit and or don't want to talk. And then you got all the motherfucking distractions going on. And next thing you know, something else happened and you completely forget about this shit. Alrighty then. Okay. This is YouTube channel Nibiru News. This motherfucker right here is legit. And he talked about this situation that went down in Siberia. And YouTube channel, if I can find this motherfucker, here it is. Of course, this is my nigga YouTube channel Kalai Ma'at Amun Ra. He played a clip from Nibiru News that I just showed y'all. Yeah, you see right here, he got in his video. Again, this is YouTube channel Kalai Ma'at Amun Ra. He played the clip from YouTube channel Nibiru News, and it said, now hear the truth. Yep. Now, I'm just going to shut the fuck up. And I want y'all to listen to this shit.
I do have a short article I want to read. It'll take me 2 or 3 minutes. I will let you go. The title of the article is Anunnaki Raid Russian Town. And I will read. 25 people from the remote Russian village of Nizhny Potansky have been reported missing in the aftermath of an extraterrestrial incursion that took place on the afternoon of July 24, as the skies above northern Russia inexplicably darkened and the atmosphere was saturated with an ominous red-yellow hue that effectively turned day into night. Whether the extraterrestrial invaders created the atmospheric anomaly or merely took advantage of it remains uncertain. The Kremlin has refused to comment on either incident officially. But our source, former KGB agent Strelnikov Isaac Stepanovich, finds it highly unusual that the alien assault coincided with the mysterious eclipse-like event. The Ministry of Defense, Stepanovich said, began receiving real-time reports of abnormally tall humanoids skulking about the Nizhny Potansky settlement shortly after the skies, which normally at this time of year have virtually 24 hours of daylight, went dark. I quote Stepanovich, "Nothing like this has happened before in history. Outdoors, people carry torches to see. Witnesses reported seeing portals open and very tall, ghoulish-looking creatures stepping through them. The descriptions matched what we know as Anunnaki. They advanced on the settlement and abducted people who had gone outside to see what had suddenly turned a beautifully bright day into darkness. One witness spoke of a thick layer of red dust after darkness and said she saw a pair of 10-foot-tall creatures with concave-shaped skulls entering a neighbor's home.
Niggas.
She thought she heard a sudden scream, but admitted that the impenetrable cloud of dust impaired vision and muffled sound."
Niggas.
Stepanovich said the event lasted nearly 2 hours. During this time, the MOD, Ministry of Defense, intercepted numerous telephone calls and electronic communications describing similar occurrences. This was an Anunnaki attack on Russian sovereignty.
At this meeting, the Anunnaki delivered the ultimatum. Leave us alone, we'll leave you alone, or else perish with the rest of the world. The Anunnaki told him that in exchange for not interfering with their plans, they would leave Russia alone and not even set foot on Russian soil without explicit permission. The Anunnaki also said they would tell Putin how to survive Nibiru passing through the solar system. On the other hand, if Putin refused to offer the Anunnaki said Russia would be the first to fall and its people would be enslaved and taken as food. So Putin told them to go away. We do not want you here. He told, leave the planet and never come back. You know what the Anunnaki told him?
No, but I'm hoping you'll tell me.
The Anunnaki said to Putin, Earth is our planet, not yours. The Anunnaki said to Putin, Earth is our planet, not yours. We are the ones who seeded the Earth with strands of life. He said that they grew all life on Earth, as in a giant petri dish. Humans, the Anunnaki said, belong to them, just as your mother's chicken belonged to her.
So there are entities on this planet that are been left here to protect Earth, that don't let these entities on this planet and the one that's in that moon that's getting ready to come out of here get completely out of control. As you can see, and plenty of UFOs, you can search underground facilities being attacked by UFOs and UFOs being spotted over top of underground military facilities, and you will see that shit. You understand? So they, even when they dropped the 2 nuclear bombs in Japan, over in Japan, Hiroshima, listen, UFOs showed up after that, my people. So listen, as I stated to you before, as y'all look at this video and you can see these crop circles that's all around the globe, well, all over in Europe for the most part, you can see that all these other races had plenty of time to stop what they doing. This is why our star family is not going to hesitate not one moment when I say everyone is going to be judged, in particular us, because there's too much evidence that's left on this planet to show you your fucking greatness and who you directly connected to. And not only that, to show you who got you under control. So give me 1 second, because I'm going to rewind this all the way back. Why would our star family leave this right here? Why would our star family leave that right there, my people? Why would our star family leave that? I want to ask y'all that. People that's in the chat, talk to these dumb motherfuckers out here that be calling me, Kalai, you off your rocker, man. Ain't no such thing as no entities. It ain't no other life form. It ain't no other life form around here. It's just us, Kalai. Listen, why would they leave this? Why would our star family leave this right here in Europe, my people? Why would they leave that right there? Huh? Answer me that for all the ones that tell me, oh man, you off your rocker. I ain't done yet. Let me show you something. This is the reason why I did all this tonight, because I want to pull something else up right now. Hold on. This is going to drive my point home. All other races, your creator is getting ready to come out of that moon. Getting ready to come out of that moon.
As y'all can see, this is Beyonce, and obviously this is not a recent picture of this motherfucker. This might be the real Beyonce that y'all looking at, but you know, with all the cloning and shit going on, who knows? This might have been one of the earlier clones, but obviously, as y'all can see, she looks normal. But okay, once again, I'm gonna have to move my pretty face just for a while. Okay, let's do this shit. All right, now here we go. Uh-oh. Play a Lord. All right, here we go. Now check this shit out. If I can find this shit. Where's that? Move, Ice Cube. Nobody want to look at you, motherfucker. Yeah. What the hell is that shit? Okay, here we go, right here. Now, look at this motherfucker. Now, this motherfucker right here on the left looks normal. This is one of the earlier pictures of Beyonce. Now, this thing over here, this ain't Beyonce. Now, I made a video. What was the name of that motherfucker? I think it was called Clones, How to Recognize Satan's Creation. Something like that. In that video, I mentioned that when these motherfuckers be creating these clones, they will use male and female DNA, not to mention who knows what else and shit, when they create these clones. And a lot of people are talking about this, what is it, this transvestites, this trans testicle shit that's going on. And see, it's all kinds of shit going on. It depends on the situation. Because some people, like motherfucking Wendy Williams, that motherfucker was born a boy. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This motherfucker right here, this is a woman. Even if it is a clone, this is a woman right here. This motherfucker right here, now you can say, I can say that they mix DNA with this clone more times than not. That's what they doing. But a lot of times when you have these clones, they will Let me bring this motherfucker up so y'all can see this better. Now y'all can see the man in this that's manifesting through this fucking clone. So a lot of times it ain't about just the DNA that they mixing when they create these motherfuckers. A lot of times it's just that spirit that's within that person, whether it's a clone or a real person. That spirit that's within them, that demonic ass spirit, will manifest through these motherfuckers. And this is why they will look like that. Whether it's a clone or a real person. A woman who lost her soul, she will be possessed by a male demon, which they call an incubus. And the men, they will be possessed by a female demon, a succubus. And of course, male or female demon is satanic, and you know, Satan's spirit is homosexual. So the women always look like men, and the motherfucking men always look like women. Not only when it comes to these clones, but like I said, also when it comes to the average dummy who lost their soul. Alrighty then, let me go to this motherfucker right here. Now this is Chris Tucker. I'm covering up my face. What up, niggas? Now this is Chris Tucker, as many of y'all know. This was taken from the movie that he made Friday. And as y'all can see, this is the real Chris Tucker. Now, look at this shit. See, I'm gonna break this shit down, show y'all what the fuck is going on with these motherfuckers. Now look, this picture might have been taken a year or 2 years ago, something like that. Now this is supposed to be Chris Tucker. Bullshit. Now, like I said, this ain't always about aging and motherfuckers being rich and eating their ass off. Nah, this is a motherfucking clone. This ain't fucking Chris Tucker. This is the real Chris Tucker. This is a fucking clone. And this is talked about in the Bible when it's talked about, the image of the beast and, and that image will speak and all that shit. That's talking about cloning. And most motherfuckers don't even know that shit. I told y'all all this shit is in the motherfucking Bible. Look at this big ass head on this motherfucker. I mean, come on. This is another motherfucker, skinny as shit. As soon as he got paid, all of a sudden, just get all big and shit. Big head motherfucker. This motherfucker ain't even real. And look at this lip right here. Look at that shit. Now look at his lip over here. That ain't even him. Big ass head and all that shit. And this is another reason why I'm showing y'all this shit. See, he got these shades on. These motherfuckers, demons, reptilians, and these motherfucking clones, they always wearing these shades. It ain't to be cool. It's to cover up their motherfucking eyeballs. They don't want you to see them motherfucking eyes turn black. That's what that shit is about. You motherfuckers ain't fooling me. Where's that shit at? That's what I'm talking about. Hillary Clinton's clone back in 2016 when I broke this shit down. And I won the first, and I won the only one. I won the first, whatever. But see, look at this shit. This is why these motherfuckers be wearing these shades. When they get to a certain level, they have a certain demon within their clone. They always wearing these shades because they don't want you to see this shit right here. Look at that shit. And these motherfuckers sitting there talking about, that's just eyelashes. That's eyeliners. Stop being in denial, bitch. Her eyes turn black right before her eyes. Look at that shit. Eyeliner my ass. Look at that shit. Man, bullshit. Look, you see? And just like I said, them demons, boy, they was pissed off when I made this shit. They got busted like a motherfucker. And from this moment on, after I made this video, my motherfucking video, my YouTube channel blew up like a motherfucker. 144, motherfucker. Let me show y'all this shit right here. I'm covering up my face. I'm back, baby. All right. This is Busta Rhymes. The real motherfucking Busta Rhymes. Let me move this shit over here instead of me clicking that shit on over there. Now look at that motherfucker. That's the real motherfucking Busta Rhymes. Now check this shit out. Bam. There it is again. See what I'm saying? Look at that shit. Now, okay. They go again wearing the motherfucking shades, and they always get all big and shit. Yeah. Because that ain't him. This is the real Busta Rhymes, and this is the goddamn clone. More times than not, these male clones, for some reason, it's like they can't handle this shit, this reality, and they always end up taking steroids and lifting weights. This is why this motherfucker got so big. Same with Dave Chappelle, Chris Tucker I just showed, Dr. Dre. All these motherfuckers just got big all of a sudden. Bullshit. Clone. And like I said, they always wear them shades because they don't want you to see their eyeballs go black. Demons, reptilians, whatever you want to call them, that's what these motherfuckers are. You motherfuckers ain't fooling me. Yeah. Hell's going on here? See, I'm doing my job before I'm unleashed. Like Eddie Murphy in that movie Life. Yeah, I went on a violent killing spree. Yeah, stab you, choke you, whatever I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. So I'm trying to save as many motherfuckers as I can before I'm unleashed and I go on my violent killing spree. You know, you fuck with me, you know, motherfucker just pop. Okay, let me go back to this motherfucker. Now I showed y'all the last picture. I showed y'all this motherfucker right here, and you can see that man that's manifesting through this face. Look at a wicked ass shit. Ain't even fucking real. Who the fuck y'all think y'all fooling? Yeah. All this shit, sick shit, and like I said, they trying to fucking push this shit up on us and shit. And we supposed to be crazy because we fighting against this wicked ass shit. This is a goddamn abomination. Now look at this shit. Now what the fuck? I mean, come on. And let me move this shit. Y'all seen that shit right there now. Get out of here. Now look at that shit. She ain't looking too kosher over here either because this ain't her either. Obviously, this is the same picture, but as you can see, when she started doing her little dance, little things and twisting and turning, look at that shit. I mean, what the fuck happened? This ain't got shit to do with, like I said, this ain't got shit to do with motherfuckers working hard, you know, and all this shit and getting older. I mean, look at what the fuck, you know, look at this shit. Can y'all easily, clearly see that motherfucking demon? Get out of here. I mean, look at that shit. Straight up demon. Not even fucking real. And yeah, this is the same fucking so-called person. This is like before and after type shit. Before she went through that transformation. Look at that shit. You can see that, you can easily see that male demon in this thing. Abomination. Oh, and like I said, even if the person is real, when they lose their soul, they start going through the same transformation to some degree, but it won't be as so obvious and so prevalent as it is when it comes to these motherfucking clones, because these clones are just straight up fake. You know what? This shit is just off. Look at that shit. Ah, damn. Give a nigga nightmares and shit. Lord have mercy. I gotta show y'all one more thing. And if y'all don't believe this shit, y'all ain't gonna believe this shit. But it is what it is. Two of the most important so-called dreams that I've had was concerning, as y'all know, Bruce Lee and Derrick Rose. Now look at this shit. Cause like I said, these motherfuckers be creating shit in the lab. They be using all kinds of DNA and all kinds of shit. All right. This is one of the earliest pictures, photos, whatever, of Derrick Rose when he first got into the NBA. Now look at that motherfucker. Okay. Now, I'm not finna show y'all another picture like I did before with everybody else of like a before and after of Derrick Rose. I want y'all to look at this shit and tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me y'all don't see this shit. If I can find this shit. Bam. Okay. Now, look at this shit. Let me see if I can blow that motherfucker up a little bit more. Uh-huh. 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 Alrighty then. Okay. Now, do y'all see what I see? When Derrick Rose came into the league, not to mention LeBron James, it was around 2011, and I said to myself, it looked like these motherfuckers was created in a lab. Yep. Derrick Rose, this motherfucker wasn't fast. This motherfucker was blindingly fast. He was actually a fucking blur. Motherfuckers joked about calling him the blur. I mean, what the fuck? His agility was cat-like. I seen this motherfucker jump up in the air one day, and on his way down, before he hit the ground, he contorted his body like a motherfucking cat and was able to get the shot up. I mean, who the fuck can do that shit? That type of speed, that type of agility, who the fuck can do that? Bruce Lee. Now, they mixing all kinds of DNA and shit, creating these motherfucking people. I don't care whether people believe this shit or not. They took some of Bruce Lee's DNA and they created this motherfucker. And I'm not bullshitting. Believe it or not. Look at the lips. The nose is similar as well. Look at the structure in the jawbone as well as shit. This is the same motherfucker. Now, I'm not saying it's a direct clone, but they just took a percentage of Bruce Lee's DNA and they created this motherfucker. Believe it or not. And I'm not the first person who said this shit, but I think they did the same shit with motherfucking Kobe Bryant. That's motherfucking Michael Jordan DNA. I know it's hard to believe, but this is what these motherfuckers are doing. They took some DNA from Bruce Lee and they created this motherfucker. They did the same thing with motherfucking Michael Jordan. They took some of his DNA and they created Kobe Bryant. This is what these motherfuckers do. This is what they've been doing. And in order for y'all to understand this shit and get to the realization of realizing that this shit is real, I know it's a dirty job, but y'all got to start thinking from the perspective of the enemy. Any sick, twisted, wicked thing that they can think of, if they have the ability to do it, they will fucking do it. Yep. This is Bruce Lee DNA. This is a fucking creation. And this is exactly why this motherfucker kept breaking down, because he's a goddamn clone. He never was human. Just like Obama never was human. He was born a clone. You know, they create these motherfuckers in the lab. Yeah, put that shit together and had the motherfucker grow inside, in the womb of the or whatever woman they choose. 9 months later, you got a clone baby. A designer baby. They talked about this years before this cloning shit came out. You can have a designer baby. And you got a lot of these motherfuckers. What's going on with this shit is, you have, for example, excuse me. You have, for example, a so-called husband who's a Mason. And they will make a deal with these fucking devils to have a so-called designer baby. They get certain DNA from certain people, certain intelligence, certain people who are athletic, certain celebrities or whoever from the past, or whatever the case may be. These so-called parents will make a deal with these motherfucking elite assholes. And like I said, usually it's the so-called husband that's in the, he's a Freemason or whatever. They will make a deal with these motherfuckers to have these type of designer babies. And as these babies grow up, they will become these superstars. they will become these motherfuckers, like the Derrick Roses and LeBron Jameses and all this shit. This is what they doing. And this is, they making a deal with these motherfuckers, these so-called parents, to have these so-called babies. And they sell them to the motherfucking elites and shit. And this is what they do. And the so-called parents get rich off that shit. This is some sick shit. But yep, this is what these motherfuckers are doing. And this is another motherfucker here. Now, I put this shit up because I'm finna get ready and start talking about this shit concerning this motherfucking Cube shit. And you got this motherfucker who just happened to be called Ice Cube. So let me move on to the next topic, and so I can close this shit out. All right, let me close this video out as quickly as I possibly can, talking about this shit with this Saturn cube shit. This is my nigga right here, Billy Hobbs, who I mentioned earlier in the video, member of the 144,000. This past week, it's right after I uploaded the last video talking about that shit at the Pentagon. It was probably a good 4 days during this time I was thinking about the next video, which is the video that y'all watching now. And I was mostly thinking about Saturn, the cube. And during this time, not only was I thinking about Saturn and the cube, I was also thinking about my nigga right here, Billy Hobbs. And like I said, this shit went on for 4 days, thinking about the cube, thinking about Saturn, and I was thinking about my nigga right here, Billy Hobbs. Now, I would say it was Thursday morning. As soon as I woke up, I grabbed my motherfucking phone, and one of the first videos that showed up was a video by my nigga Billy Hobbs. Guess what my nigga was talking about? Bam. Saturn Time Loop NWO. Holy Spirit. I couldn't make this shit up. I mean, come on now. I'm thinking about this shit almost for just basically the whole week since I uploaded the last video. At the same time, I'm thinking about my nigga right here, Billy Hobbs, and wake up Thursday morning, grab the phone, and one of the first videos that shows up is his video, and he's talking about Saturn Time Loop NWO. Wow. 144. Now, let's get into this shit right quick. As you can see, my brother is a true follower of Christ. Let me bring this shit up right quick and read that shit so y'all can see that shit. In the very beginning of the video. God is love and God is light. In him there is no darkness at all. 1 John 1:5. My nigga, Billy Hobbs. Alrighty then. Now, let me get into this shit. Let me close this shit out right quick and bring this motherfucker up in this motherfucker. Okay. Now, you talking about some demonic ass motherfuckers. This shit with Saturn, this cube, this worship, this shit is been going on for a long time. This is some hardcore satanic shit. Now, you got this motherfucker right here, Ice Cube. I and a number of people over the last number of weeks, months, so on and so forth, we've been talking about how hell is cold and heaven is hot. And a lot of people don't really know, they don't really understand this shit, don't know about it, or whatever the case may be. It's like, yeah, this is why whenever you see somebody who's talking about they think ghosts came in the room and all this shit, they talk about it getting real cold. And they show this shit in the movies all the time too. That movie The Exorcist, they had that scene when they was in that room and shit during that exorcism and shit. It was cold as shit up in that motherfucker. Demonic. Hell. hell is cold. The only thing that's cold, the only thing that's hot about hell is the motherfuckers that's being tormented with fire or motherfucking hot lava or whatever the case may be. But yeah, like I was talking about this not too long ago. This is why these so-called black people love the cold, because they some goddamn demons. Yeah, I mean, look, what the fuck? So-called niggas don't like being in the sun. What kind of shit is that? And you got this motherfucker gonna sit here and call himself Ice Cube. I mean, what the fuck? And you know he didn't come up with that shit himself. Just being driven by these demons, woke up to who he truly is. However he supposedly came up with that name, please. Driven by them motherfucking demons, woke up to who he is. Like, who the fuck can call himself Ice Cube? Is that the corniest shit y'all ever heard? That shit is demonic like a motherfucker. Now, this shit, let me get rid of this motherfucker. Let me get over here. This shit with the cube concerning Saturn, the hexagon and all this shit. This is what we got to get the fuck up out of. We are literally trapped in a goddamn box, a cube. And this is why I always talk about this going through these time loops. I always say repetition, hell is repetition and all that shit. Yeah. This is some satanic shit as we go through this fucking matrix that we live in, because that's what this is. And over the years, people have even said that they believe that it's a giant fucking computer on Saturn. Now, this is YouTube channel Cube Smasher. And the only reason I can read that well because I got my glasses on. Yeah, boy. Now check this out. The hexagon on Saturn, a naturally occurring permanent hexagon, exists at the North Pole of the planet Saturn, determined to be a resonance-based phenomenon. This feature has nonetheless not escaped the scrutiny of certain Masonic detractors who are certain it is one of the great sources of Masonic mysticism. Get out of the way. Mysticism and power. Inside this hexagonal structure, a storm runs clockwise, whilst an outer storm runs anti-clockwise. Anything that these motherfuckers worshiping, you know it's satanic. You know it's wicked. These motherfuckers worshiping this cube shit, worshiping Saturn. This is straight up satanic. Now, look at that shit. In Mecca, people worship a black cube structure by mimicking the storm on Saturn's North Pole. All right. Now, look at this shit right quick. Let me show y'all this shit right quick. It's about to show up in the video, but I just want to y'all get a good look at this shit. Now, look at that shit. Now, these motherfuckers claiming this is not idolatry. Yeah, it is. It's so fucking obvious. They idolizing this big black box. This is idolatry. And even though these some crazy motherfuckers, they not stupid. They're not just going up and start idolizing the fucking box. This shit is satanic. This cube is all about Satan. This reincarnation shit. And we are all locked up in this shit. And it's time for us to get the fuck up out this motherfucker. The Grox 1 broke this shit down a number of years ago. See how them motherfuckers going around that motherfucker like a goddamn toilet? Going down the motherfucking drain. That's exactly what the Grox 1 was talking about. This is what these motherfuckers are doing. Whether they know it or not. They are circling the drain, going right down the motherfucking toilet. Their souls are being sucked dry. Look at that shit. That's exactly what's happening, whether these motherfuckers know it or not. This is why they worship the black cube. Yeah, because they some wicked ass satanic motherfuckers. And see that shit right there? There it is. See the hexagon, and now it's a cube. It's a cube in that shit. And this is what these motherfuckers worshiping shit. And we being going through this reincarnation process shit. We are trapped in this fucking cube. This is a spiritual cube. And this is anybody who's going through this shit. Not just these motherfucking demons. It's us. Our souls are trapped in this shit. And we got to get the fuck up out of this shit. This fucking matrix. And this shit is all over the motherfucking place. Look at that shit right there. Australia, Denmark, Manhattan, Santa Ana. All these motherfuckers worshiping a fucking cube. I mean, really? What the fuck? Okay. Now, this shit is all over the place. And then, like I said, you got this motherfucker Ice Cube. And look at it. There you go with the shades on. See, I told y'all. Trying to cover up them motherfucking big black eyeballs, those satanic piece of shit. Now, this shit is all over the motherfucking place. You got motherfucking Rubik's Cube. Yeah. I mean, look. See? These motherfuckers been doing this shit and putting this shit on us forever. You had a movie called The Box. I just said this not too long ago. Because you got the motherfucking box cube in the motherfucking Transformers movie. Oops. Oh, brother. Come on, nigga. Now. Look at this shit. In the Transformers movie, this big, giant motherfucking cube. And not too long ago, talking about these so-called elites, Illuminati and all these motherfuckers, I said we ain't nothing but energon cubes. Yep. We are literally trapped in a motherfucking cube. It's a spiritual cube. This world, that's why they call this shit a fucking a prison planet. Now, here you got this shit in the Transformers. And like I said, they talk about fucking energon cubes. They talking about us. They don't have energy. They don't have that Christ energy. They don't have life. So they need us, the energon cubes. They need us to survive. And this is some sick shit. We gotta get out of this fucking time loop. And there you got this shit right here as well. This is the Tesseract in the movie The Avengers. There's that fucking cube again. Here you got this motherfucking movie right here called Cube. See, they've been doing this, and it's big and black too. You know what? See, it's just I'm getting the fuck up out of this shit. Because this shit is just fucking awful. And they made a number of these movies. I never watched this shit. But as a matter of fact, let me tell y'all what this motherfucker is about. Because I told y'all, we are literally trapped in these goddamn cubes. Our souls are trapped and we gotta get the fuck up out of here. Okay, now here we got this movie Cube that I just got through talking about. You know, this motherfucker right here. This big black box. Now, listen to this shit. Like I said, we are trapped in a spiritual cube going through this time loop, Mandela effect, hellish repetition and all that shit, and we gotta get the fuck up out of this shit. Now, this is the movie, and they made a number of these movies. This is the movie Cube. Now, listen to what this motherfucker is about. I'm just gonna read this first part. It says, without remembering how they got there, several strangers awaken in a prison of cubic cells, some of them booby-trapped. Now, one more time. Without remembering how they got there, several strangers awaken in a prison of cubic cells, some of them booby-trapped. Now, don't that sound like our motherfucking life? Yep. Motherfucking prison planet. We live in a spiritual cube, and they love putting this shit in the movies. Telling you the motherfucking truth. You know. Okay, now, wait a minute. Let me get rid of this motherfucker. Now, check this shit out. Here we go with another fucking cube. This is the shit that was from Hellraiser. The Hellraiser horror movies and shit. It's all this shit's been all over the place, and you know this is one demonic ass motherfucking movie right here. I mean, goddamn. And then you got this shit right here, you know, motherfucking Jack in the Box, jumping out, scaring the shit out of kids and shit, you know. You know, scaring the shit out of motherfuckers. Demonic ass clown jumping out of a box and shit. That's all what this is a demon jumping out of a box. Trying to get out of that motherfucking prison because they in that shit too. This is what this shit is about. This is some hardcore, sick shit. And I'm telling y'all, a lot of people ain't gonna get out of this motherfucking box. Now, listen to this shit. When I was a kid, I say probably around the age of 5 to 7 years old, I used to get sick, and I used to have the most horrible feeling. I never told nobody about this. I mean, the shit was just fucking horrible. And the only way that I could describe it, because I never told nobody about this, I never knew how I could explain the shit. The feeling that I felt, it was as if I was in a motherfucking box. And I'm not bullshit. I couldn't actually feel the shit with my hands or nothing, but I could actually feel that fucking box that I was in. I could feel the edges and everything. It's a spiritual box. It's a spiritual cube. It's this time loop shit, this satanic shit that we are in. And the only thing I can say is, like I just said, most people ain't gonna get up out of this shit. Now, you had the video made by my nigga Billy Hobbs. At the end of that video, I'm gonna read word for word what my nigga said. At the end of that video Billy Hobbs made, talking about this Saturn time loop, this satanic shit, this cube, Billy Hobbs said, only through Christ Jesus can we escape the Saturn time loop. Yep. Christ is the only way out of this shit. Now, check this out. Alrighty then. Now, I want y'all to see this shit. Again, I'm not breaking news, but we got a lot of new people that's waking up to this truth. And I want y'all to see this shit. Now, here we have this fucking cube demonstration right here. And I've said this so many times throughout my YouTube career that no matter what these wicked motherfuckers have done, no matter what they doing, no matter what lies, half truths, so on and so forth, these motherfuckers are not in control in any way, shape, or form. This entire story was written, directed, produced, and all that shit by our Father in heaven, down to the tiniest motherfucking detail. We got this satanic cube right here that we all trapped in, this Saturn cube shit. You got all these motherfucking demons and reptilians and all these motherfucking so-called humans worshiping this shit. And they got us up in this motherfucker, trying to keep us in this motherfucker so they can keep sucking us dry and shit. Motherfucking energon cubes, like I said. Yet, you got this fucking satanic cube. When you open up this motherfucking cube, this is proof right here that our Father in heaven is in control. Now look at that cube. Look at this shit. Watch this shit. Bam. Do y'all see what I see? This motherfucker, that cube that we are trapped in, when it opens up, it turns into a cross. Yep. Because like I said, our Father in heaven is in control. The only way we're going to get out of this goddamn box is the cross. Christ, Jesus, Yeshua, the Son of the Most High. Christ is life. And of course, most motherfuckers rejected Christ And they just gonna continue to be in this goddamn box. Plain and simple. Now, y'all know there ain't no fucking coincidence. I mean, look at that shit. I mean, come on. And all this shit originates from us anyway. They take the good, they take everything that we have, and they twist it up, make it demonic and all that shit. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, the Star of David got that hexagon in it and all that shit, you know. But, hey, there it is. That box opens up. That cube that we trapped in, it opens up into a cross. In other words, without Christ, you ain't getting the fuck up out of that box. And motherfuckers can be in denial about all this shit that we've been talking about. It is what it is. Because like I said, most of these motherfuckers lost their soul in the past life anyway. We just playing out the last few chapters in this movie that we living in. And motherfucking the Matrix is about to be motherfucking destroyed. But before it's destroyed, hey, we gotta escape this motherfucker. Plain and simple. Get the fuck up out of here. The motherfuckers, they don't wanna, like, what was that I shit said? The motherfuckers don't wanna ride. Walk, motherfucker. Bye. Shit. You don't wanna fly? Die. I'm out of here. Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Like I always say when I end my videos, stay focused, pray, stay focused on our Savior, Jesus, Yeshua. Walk in the Spirit, and let's get the fuck up out of here. And remember this, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the player lord is a bad motherfucker, but you got Christ within you, you are a bad motherfucker too. Yep. Player Lord, man of God, thank you for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Alrighty then. Peace.
I got a bad feeling about this. How low can you go?
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God,